as you can see, when you mouse over some of these, like connection policies means that every time that you have to connect to the system, you're forced to connect to it if you're in a certain area within Copenhagen, which was mentioned through the notes. Now, here's a portion of the criteria, because it's that was Copenhagen and St. Paul, by the way. St. Paul, Minnesota, Copenhagen, Denmark, up there, and then here's all the criteria listed so you can see. So some of those criteria, there was about over 30 of them, but climate average, min, and max was some of the things we looked at: population, total density, energy, the total amount, commercial, community, then some of the policies like the climate change strategy, the energy mapping, which is just looking at different heat spots to determine heat demand, and then some of the heat sources like combined heat and power, which is very common in district energy, which is just using power and heat together and producing it in the same place. So some of the cities looked at was London and Leeds in the United Kingdom, St. Paul in Minnesota, and New York, Los Angeles, California in the United States, then Copenhagen, Denmark, and Gothenburg, Sweden. So some of the insights that were gained is that we found some repetitious characteristics that actually shown that it confirms some of the case studies that were already there. And then population density, even though it's really small in some cities, it could still be fairly successful, showing that even if it's a larger population density, even if you have a smaller amount, you're still capable of having district energy throughout your city. Also, switching from heating to cooling, it also seemed to be an issue, because some people would say that when you're switching, you're having a problem with moving from the heating to cooling, so you gotta wait. So if it's really hot outside and it's, you're only using cooling, it could be a problem, because now you're not getting air conditioning, you're just getting more heat, it's getting more hot, so that's a problem. Then waste heat recovery and target coverage for DE, all those things were repetitious characteristics. To address the third research question, which was to facilitate the adoption of district energy, how specifically people can do that, we looked at a few different things: agent-based modeling, multiple or logistic regression, optimization, the cost model for the network, mainly because it comprises about 60% of the total cost of the project a lot of the time, and it can be very, very expensive. We ended up going with a model that was previously used in the UK that Catherine Bale created, and we changed it by modifying some of the characteristics throughout, which I will go through in a moment, and we observed basically how these policies can impact the barriers of implementation through the idea stage to capital finance, which you're going to see right now. So it's just the process of whether it's a local authority or commercial people actually